I think that climbing Kilimanjaro was definitely one of the hardest things I've ever done. In Tanzania, when we first arrived, it's very difficult to climb the mountain without help from guides and porters.
Kilimanjaro, 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 mlima mrefu sana.
Kilimanjaro is so big that it has its own ecosystem. At the bottom, whenever you first start hiking, it has a rainforest ecosystem that's very hot, muggy, humid. Every day we'd have to walk 6 to 10 hours. The porters would go ahead of us to set up camp. Slowly, as you start to get up the mountain, first you start to see all of the trees stop growing after a certain height. One of the weird plants that only grows on Kilimanjaro is the groundsel. It kind of looks like a weird upside down tree with its roots in the air. The Groundsel wall is about a mile straight up. It's more like rock climbing than hiking. Stone cairns are piles of rocks that are built along climbing routes. They're meant to symbolize good luck or to mark a trail. I built multiple of them on my way to the top of Kilimanjaro. Whenever we got to the point where our tents were above the clouds, every day was a struggle, just going a mile or two. With such a thin atmosphere, it's very hard to breathe. Once you get to a certain height on the mountain, nothing really lives there anymore. It gets so cold at night that ice frosts over your tent. Summit night was really rough. I had to start hiking at around 11 p.m. that night. Whenever we would look up, the only thing that we could see is the headlights of the hikers ahead of us. We had to hike zigzag up and down the side of the mountain for the last few miles because it was all ash and you would slip if you went straight up. Everyone pushing and trying to get to the peak before sunrise. At around 6 a.m. we finally got to the top, exhausted. At the top of the mountain, there was a small ring of glaciers that went around the peak. It was really weird to be seeing snow in the middle of Africa. It was really amazing to be standing there in front of the sign and to see that I really made it to the roof of Africa, the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Jambo bwana, habari gani? Nzuri sana. Wageni mwakaribishwa Kilimanjaro, hakuna matata.